this awakening theme translated for me into a whole season with all of these shows. There are elements in every show where one person or multiple people have this awakening. And I think it translates not only to the stage, but to everybody. For me, it's been a lifelong dream to run a theater company. My name is Dan Diemers. I'm the new Executive Artistic Director here at Hillbarn Theater. Funny Girl is the story of Fanny Brice and her struggle to stardom. Along the way, she falls in love with a man and realizes that that's all she wanted, was to be loved and to feel beautiful, because her career is based on her not being the norm, her not being, a Miss Atlantic City. She's a comedian. She just thrives on making people laugh. 39 Steps. I read 39 Steps for the first time, 2 years ago, and I was enamored with the idea of 4 actors playing between 30 and 40 characters. And it's not something where they just walk off and come back on. It's in the middle of a scene, so they'll be, talking, and all of a sudden they turn around and switch hats and they're a completely different person. On the peninsula, White Christmas is not done very often. And I think that this community yearns for something like White Christmas during the holidays. It's warm, it's a family show, it just has wonderful undertones to it. And I think it's going to be not only a challenge creatively for us to put such a giant show again in this intimate space, but I think that people are really going to be amazed at what we can accomplish with this wonderful show. Amadeus in January is probably going to be one of my favorite shows. I love the story of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and our space, I believe, lends perfectly to this story. Intimate, romantic, beautiful, there's some comedy in there, but the story itself is so beautifully crafted that I'm hoping that audiences will enjoy it. So the reason I chose Proof for this season, the season of Awakening, is because of Catherine, the main character, her struggle with identity. She left college, she came home, she helped her father, who was a brilliant mathematician. She inherited that gift from her father. She has a struggle with trying to decide if she's assumed some of the brilliance of her father as well as some of the illness. So Curtains is a madcap, crazy musical. It's been equated to Drowsy Chaperone, which is another wonderful show. It takes place in Boston, and it's a theater troupe doing a show that is Robin Hood in Kansas, of all places. And so this theater troupe is putting on this odd show, and one of the actresses gets murdered after the opening night. So my dream for Hillbarn has always been to create a center for the performing arts. It's always been about putting forth great art and great stories. So that's probably my biggest hope for the future. and I look forward to the challenges and the joy and the beauty that this entails.